Welcome back to today's sad reality. Leave it to a YouTuber to make a promise and then not fulfill it. My stomach was hurting last night, so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wake up and do it tomorrow. Now it's past 2 p.m., so that's great. Today I'm playing zombies on Hypixel. I guess we're continuing the streak of just doing whatever I feel like on this channel. That sound effect is loud, good grief. I used to love this game though. This was definitely one of my favorites on Hypixel. I know there's the other zombies mode as well. This one was the one that definitely stuck with me though. It's left click to reload. Okay, that's good to know. I think there's also a texture pack for this. I can't remember. It's been so long. But yeah, a game where you sit here and hold right click, and there's a little bit of strategy later. You pray that your friends are the ones who upgrade the or unlock the other things so that we can continue. I've never actually beat this game, I don't think. I don't know how hard it reasonably is to beat it, but I suppose smart I'd let them break the thing and then repair it for bonus gold here. I guess we're scoring crits now. And I'm stealing a little bit of gold, being a little toxic. So last night I was thinking, I was like, feels like there's many languages in this world that I don't really speak, and I don't speak them very well. I looked it up earlier today. Apparently 43% of the world is bilingual. And I'm in fact not one of those people. This is so loud. I love you, game, but like, jeez. I'll change that later. Also, I figured out yesterday what the recording issue was. It was, whenever you hit Shift R, that was exactly what that was. So I have disabled that mod. Apparently it's another mod that Lunar Client was like, let's just slap that on there. And I'm like, no, I don't really need this. I understand everyone's clipping things with like Metal.tv nowadays. It's still really loud, jeez. Like, loud bass warning. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of languages I don't really speak. There was a job opportunity that I had forever ago, and I say opportunity, I mean they kind of blue-balled the absolute mess out of me. Oh, hello, dog. It was supposed to be like a hunter-salesman type position where the objective is to, like, go out and seek out people that, fill a certain role within whatever job is needed, and then basically place that person within that role. So say, like, Facebook needs a new, like, hiring manager. Okay, well, I would go find someone to be the hiring manager. Or say, Meta needs someone a new marketing rep, or McDonald's, big arch memes. You know, it's like you find someone to fill that position. And it ended up not really happening. But what I realized was during that whole interview process, kind of, I didn't even really get to the interview process. The way he was speaking, I was like, maybe I'm a little too dumb for this. In all seriousness, I think there's just about anything that I could do in this world, but there were like certain vocabulary words, and I was like, oh boy, next gen technology stuff. In a way, it reminded me of the way people talk when I think of like Gen Z terminology, but professionals. I'm just like, this is not really not my language, I guess, not my lingua franca. I do know a little bit of Latin. That's about it. Very, very basic as far as that goes, I guess. A little bit of, we do be a little stealing a little bit of these. And we play the game of who's going to unlock the next zone first. It's probably going to be me. I'm probably going to go over here and unlock rifle. I haven't really decided yet how I want to play this. Also, we're 4 minutes in. I'm glad there's a timer on the right side of my screen so I can be like, I've recorded for X amount of time, kind of. Round 7, and the sound effects are still kind of loud, but I'm gonna blame that on my AirPods. They're very bassy. They also kind of just from my ears. I need to get new headphones, or just headphones in general at some point. I have a Logitech headset sitting next to me, I just haven't used it in forever. Because reasons, I guess. I don't know. AirPods are great and all, but I definitely prefer headsets. And I could be charging mine, but it's like, then I have to make space for it on my computer, my other outlets and stuff, and we'll chalk up to laziness. Another language I realize I don't speak, it's really easy to figure this out, is the different subjects that you're good at in school. History is really cool. There's a lot of history that I can really appreciate. There's a lot of like political stuff that I'm like, this was dumb, but then people did it anyways, and a lot of times we chalk it up to human error and stuff too. But like the people who can remember all the dates and like different parts of history or whatever, like the small details, I was never really good at that either. Um, English, it took me forever to actually understand that like saying that the sky was purple has a deeper meaning sometimes than just like, oh well, the main character might like the color of the sky because it's a sunset. Sometimes there's like color theming, I guess. That was something I didn't really get into until I did other things, I guess, and now I understand a little bit of poetry that goes into the small details, I guess. That's something that you kind of learn over time too. The language I think is interesting to me nowadays. There's a few that are universal, like math. I am a big fan of math as a general statement. But it is very difficult for me to speak the language of love, I've realized. It kind of dawned on me the other day that it's very rare that I find passion in other people, or, I guess most things at all nowadays, even if that sounds really sad, that's because it is. Um, so, as part of everything that's kind of been going on in my life recently, there was someone that was, you know, like kind of close to me, and then, well, things happen, I guess. People don't have time, people don't make time, and that's, you know, we'll say it's a little bit of everyone's fault. I think it's mostly my fault, but what's new, right? Um, and kind of a few nights ago, we were talking, we are like, hey, you know, maybe this isn't working out, and there's a secret down there, and you can click on that guy. There's also another secret here, like, you click this button. One of them fully heals you, I thought. There's also, do I remember this? There's a lever back here, you flip this. Look at that, free gold. Why do I remember this? Like, literally last time I played this game was like years ago, but just remember these things, I guess. We were talking a few nights ago, and we're just like, hey, yeah, maybe things aren't really working out, and that was that, I guess. Not really a complicated line of thinking here. But for me, it's trying to figure out like where I am in life. It's like, am I not mature enough? Am I not? Is it not the right time for things? The really interesting thing to me, kind of like I was saying earlier with English as well, it took me a long time to really figure out the intricacies of like things in writing, if that makes sense. So like, oh hey, the sky being purple means something a little bit more than just that the sky was purple. And I think that also kind of applies to people. Look at that. No more mini-boss, kind of. That's a new PB, there's no way. 803 feels slow. Like right now I'm kind of goofing around. Not like I'm trying to go fast or anything, but... I think I'm also getting kind of hard carried here, but... I guess we'll figure that out in the end here. In the end game. Same goes for relationships, by the way. I feel like other people usually do all the heavy lifting, I'm just there. There's a lot of people that I've seen that kind of rush into things, and I've never been the type to really do that. I understand what it's like to want someone around, granted, but I feel like a relationship has to be something special, you know? And if someone wants you, that's cool, but you have to want them back, you know? And gosh, I guess it's a psychopath or a sociopath saying all these things sometimes too. There's a general lack of understanding on my end, I think, as to what those things are. And that's just been something I've been trying to figure out lately. Where I fit into the equation, that is this thing of who to give my time to and who means something, and I guess who doesn't? That's kind of a side way of looking at it. Oh, there's an enemy nearby. It's like, it's not letting me repair the thing. It's probably because there's an enemy nearby. I think people are scared of being alone. And well, I would equate this again in this metaphor of languages, is speaking a language that nobody else speaks, or speaking a language very few people speak. Like, I remember something about Latin in the Vatican or whatever, but it's a dead language, like nobody speaks it, but there's a lot of people that know small amounts about the language because it's cool, or, I mean, there's applications for when you're studying older things, I suppose, or like the roots of words and word etymology. All that stuff's really neat, but again, that's not something that I think everyone's into, and that's fine, you know? But then the trick is finding someone that is. Finding someone that is willing to put the time into those things that you are, and, well, it's weird, because I've always heard that opposites attract, but I've never really figured that out, because I'm like, well, if someone likes the same things that you do, I feel like that would kind of blend a lot better than, I love this knockback. Oh, I'm using not my shotgun. Let's pull the shotgun here, because we need it. Now these guys can do a lot of damage very fast, and I'm not trying to die this early. This is a bad place to go into. It's like cornering myself. I'm noticing that everyone else seems to be alive still, which is good. Tempted to unlock the garden here. Oh gosh. It's weird too. I think the zombies have a, like, they default to someone. I don't know if it's the nearest, but, like, there's a zombie over there that walked up the stairs, and I'm like, I think I'm the closest player, but it's not the person they defaulted to. Really, I should meet up with everyone else, but I have this really bad tendency of, like, kind of zooming around the map and gold farming, and then getting lost. I guess that's another funny thing to bring up, too. It's really easy to get distracted, with other people, too. I feel like really the big thing with me was if I made time for someone and then they didn't make time, it's like, okay, well, when do we have... Oh, there we are. There's the death I said that was going to come up. This is why I should be hanging out with the other people up top, upstairs. Not like I'm losing anything though, because you only really lose the perks or the boosts or whatever. But, also, when do I get revived? I think it's the end of this round. Are they actually? Oh no, you're too kind. There's no way. Shout out to that person. Actual team player here. Me slowing everyone else down and then, like, picking me up. People go on League of Legends to be toxic. I go on Hypixels to hang out with the real ones. Oh my gosh. I wonder how many of these people are adults or kids. It is supposed to be a cooperative game though, so I really genuinely shout out to that person. Also, speaking of secrets earlier, I know there's a secret on one of these doors. I don't think it's any of these. Sniper I'm a huge fan of. I usually go that over shotgun. Not this one, that one. Okay. Iron boots. I think the headpiece for that is at the top. So this is a really easy map to, like, memorize and figure out. It's also got some of the most simple zombies. It's probably one of the reasons we play it, or most people play it. When I queued for this, I was like, oh hey, there's 100 people playing this one, there's like nobody playing the other maps. Guess people prefer the default experience. Let's try not to get set on fire here. Sniper's great there, because you can line up, like, everyone in this hallway and then get, like, infinite value out of it, so we're gonna go for this. I don't know the cost efficiency of it, though. That was something I wanted to figure out earlier, was, like, which guns are the best to invest in from a cost efficiency standpoint. I know sometimes, too, people will get zombies really low, and then they'll finish them off with, like, a huge weapon, like a rocket launcher, just to get value out of the, like, the gold value out of it. But, again, I'm just not sure the efficiency of that. Instead, we're gonna sit here and repair windows for gold. To get back to what I was saying, though, it's easy to get distracted, or be like, oh, hey, there's this to do, there's this to do, there's this to do, and then kind of forget about the other person there. I feel like I'm awful when it comes to that too, because like I like to do YouTube and all these other things too. But also I want someone who's there, and I feel like I don't know if it's selfish, if it's needy, or what the consensus on that is, but I'm trying to figure out where to go with that in life. The way I would equate that to language almost is like vocabulary in a sense. Sometimes it's very easy to communicate in words that are small, and you can communicate a lot with very few words, but also you could say a lot with words that have much more meaning. Like instead of saying a waterfall, you could refer to it as a cascade, a prismatic cascade over a large drop off, cliff, whatever. I wonder where the funny chest is. Also, I hear one blaze left. Probably didn't have to turn down all my I know what people are doing. We're gold farming. That's what we're doing right now. I respect it. They know what's up. That or like nobody knows where the zombie is and it's just me, but I'm gonna gold farm. Rooftop is up here. Like a power switch is active, which is huge, because that means we can then go get boosts. So I like quickfire. I'm a huge fan of. I know a lot of people also go for the third weapon slot. I don't think that one's really that important. This is the part that I get into, and then I'm like, oh, I don't really remember that much. As long as one person has frozen bullets, we're good. Flame bullets, I remember liking. Okay, they did. I hope I'm not wasting my money here. I'm sure there's someone who actually like knows the intricacies of this game fully, and I'm just like kind of doing whatever. I think the important thing, though, all considered, is that you never stop trying to learn how to go about things. Like, again, the entire point of this channel is life's going to suck, and this should be a very, very, clear indication of that, all these stories and stuff, but, that's not the important part to me. It's the important part is that we keep trying, you know? Um, like, when I was in elementary school, I remember we had this thing, little, like, reading tests, kind of, way to go from reading level A to reading level Z in 5th grade. And I think I was the first one to go to reading level Z, because I could spell the word psychologist as a 5th grader, and explain what that is. I really liked being the best, and to me that was, like, oh dang, I just missed that power up. That meant so much to me, I guess, being someone that knew a lot, and I guess taking pride in a sense of intelligence. But then I realized that there weren't really that many friends along that path, so then came middle school, and I changed my vocabulary a little bit. Instead of being Mr. Know-It-All, I was a little more laid back, and then I had two really good friends. I still remember them too. Like, do I say their real names? Just like, I don't think anyone would really matter. They're kind of niche, but then the other one's like not that niche. Or I'll say their nicknames, I guess. One was Priya, the other one was Jimmy, and we were buds. You know, we were still like the smart kids in the smart classes and stuff, and whatever. I just didn't try as hard then. And do I look back on that and regret that? No, not really. I feel like I was still at a point where I didn't really need to try. But as far as stuff like this goes, you can't just decide, you know, to be lonely. I feel like that's not really the right answer. This is why Sniper is actually so broken. Please, ammo? Thank you. I need to go probably refill my Sniper. Actually, no, that was dumb. You know what I could have done? I could have gone into the garden and upgraded it, and you get free ammo for doing that. I think it also increases the weapon stats like damage and ammo capacity, if I'm remembering correctly. This guy's a nerd. Kill him. And then came high school, and vocabulary changed a little bit again, and I'm not gonna say I was the kid partying or whatever, but marching band was definitely a different side of my personality. I don't really express that much anymore, and that's like kid who can be a little crazy at times, and that was fun for a time too. It just felt like it didn't really amount to anything at the end of it. There were several summer camps I went to as well, and kind of what I'd taken out or what I'd taken away from that, what I'd come to understand was you can go to a place for like 3 weeks, change your personality a little bit, come back, and like nobody will care. In fact, there's not a single person I remember from those camps. The place went under, or like the program went bankrupt or whatever. But it kind of sucks too because it was a really good place, even if there was a lot of iffy things that went on there. Like third time I went, I got stabbed with a key. That was my highlight. My roommates were doing drugs and very much making me incredibly uncomfortable. And I love instant kill. My favorite. Because what you want to do is have instant kill procs, and then just run around the map and kill everything with rifles. It's got a really fast up, and then instant kill wears off, and now we are afraid. Very afraid, even. No shot someone comes and gets me. In fact, I hope they stay alive. That should be their top priority. Oh, but I lose my power then, dang it. Okay. That was not right on my end. We call it YouTuber brain. Or just general lack of intelligence. But I'm going to that summer camp kind of 3 times. We were at 3 different locations, kind of. The first 2 was at the same location. The third was at a different. Although the third one was at multiple locations because one of the hurricanes was a bit problematic. Oh no, don't. Thank you for trying to save me. Okay, glad you didn't die. Like, don't suffer the same fate I did. That would suck. You can go about the world and speak whatever language you want. My language over time has evolved a little bit. I used to not really swear so much, and now I'm here and a little crazy at times. YouTube, for example, what I do is, you know, we add words to scripts to make things sound a little bit cooler and increase the humor, but that wasn't really who I am, and I feel like on the internet it's really easy to put on this persona of being whomever we feel like. For me, it's always just called into the question of who we really are, and as the person you want to be, especially in a relationship, right? It's not like I changed myself for that, but definitely given a few months, you can really tell who people are within that span of time and reevaluate things, you know? It's been 22 minutes of me yapping. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't ever recommend changing your personality, kind of like I did for trying to figure things out, I guess. I just realized that I wanted friends after a certain point in life. That's why I did that, but it's probably a better path to take to not do that. Like, again, that second time I went to summer camp, or I'll do this chronologically. First time I was very laid back. I was like the quiet kid, and I was like, maybe people will approach me if I'm quiet and don't really do too much. But I'm not sure that was exactly the best idea. Then second time I was Mr. Everybody, and my nickname was Slim Shady because I talk kind of fast at times. Not really, that wasn't the reason. It was more so because I'm super thin and always wearing my sunglasses when I'm outside, so that was kind of the vibe. I don't know, we're middle schoolers or high schoolers or whatever, so it's dumb. But also kind of fun anyways. Like, I remember, I think it's each week there was like a dance or whatever. I remember actually getting invited to there. I think every single... Oh, Inferno, yeah. Isn't that the Blaze guy? That would make sense, because fire or whatever. Oh, quick fire I need to put back on. I want to go find the chest and get, like, the ballistic knives or whatever. I'm probably thinking of actual COD. Oh, wait, does Inferno spawn on the rooftop? That sounds right. gallery, power switch is active. I have quickfire. Okay, extra health I remember being very nice. I think the extra the iron is over here. That costs 800. That's a lot more damage than I would have liked it to be. Full revive, dragon's breath, spray fire. I remember that the other map has like gas and stuff flying around. That's pretty cool. Also, I've been trying to put my mic not so close to me. I hope that's been not a problem the past few recordings, but I feel like my mouse also slams into it instead of, I need to get that instant kill. Let's go. Instant kill for 10 seconds. Now this is ammo efficiency. Please. Okay, that was, I would say that was pretty good value. And I go for that iron armor now. But I got that summer camp, so I also learned how to play, it was cards. That was one of my favorites. It was a game called ERS. I don't know if that's the official name, Egyptian Rap Slap, or I've heard another one was Egyptian Rat Screw or something. I don't really know the real name of it, but it was basically like a card game where you slap pretty frequently just to get the cards or whatever, and you want to end up with the whole deck by the end of the game. I love that. That was one of my favorite things I did there. In fact, that was a game I took back. It's just pattern recognition, ultimately. Oh, this is scary. I'll put the guns reload while they're in your offhand now. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, here's my plan. I think I want an extra gun. I don't know if the sniper one-shots. Does it one-shot? It does. Okay, that's really good. I want to find a team, but I also want to stay in a place that's safe. And I know rooftop can be safe. It's probably not the safest, though. My names, I sit in the corner. I need to probably go get my teammates here. Oh boy. 32 zombies left. I think this is Operation Just Survive. They're so fast! What? I don't know if the Endermites count as zombie count. I think they do. I'm a little locked in right now. See you over there. Okay, one left. I am in the clear. Thank goodness. I need to actually get it on the garden up here, my sniper. So I don't feel like grabbing more ammo for it. This is an awful idea. Oh, and I'm getting cold. This is the part of the game where everything falls apart too. It's like definitely my favorite part of it, but yeah. Upgrade my sniper, please. Okay, that's fire. I run around and kill everything. I love recording these videos too, but like, gosh, it's so hard for me to like actually focus on things or focus on telling a story. But I really hope this channel means something to someone out there. I don't know if it ever will. I definitely don't plan on continuing it, like I've said, unless it does. Um, maybe it will someday too. That's the other thing I considered is it's like, well, maybe not now, maybe later, so that's another reason to continue it. It's like an investment of both time and... There's a silverfish. It's 25 or 30 where it ends, I'm not sure. The reason I was getting a call there is because there's a tornado, kind of, or it's tornado watch, and I need to go walk my dog still, so shout out to myself for literally ignoring all responsibilities, I guess. Like the counter might not be a bad place to run around. One reason I have the most kills by the end of this game, that's another thing too, is leaderboard. Part of me wants to go until this game like ends, just to see. Oh, this is the part where we're probably all gonna die now. Where is my team? I'll say it's a me fault thing though for not being where they are. Very top. Yes, okay. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Let's not die to these guys, please. Okay, well that's the ammo I needed. Oh my gosh. This is what I probably deserve. Also, like, quick revive is good, although I know nobody had it there. Oh my gosh. Where did they come from? That's a round. That's a round and a half. Deaths 2 times knockdown 4 players survived 1. Is there... I don't even know. Well, thanks for watching. I know these stories are always kind of partially incoherent. Call me a politician. I'll be back tonight or tomorrow or something. The schedule's super bad, but we'll get there one day, so I'll see you in tomorrow's Side Reality. See you.